For Canelo, I'll take it to give it to you, Andrew. First, let's go.
Well,
What is?
we'll probably repeat. I'm probably repeating what everyone else is, but I'm going to talk purely as an armchair fan. I'm going to take just if I'm sat there, right, and I'm a big admirer of Canelo, particularly in his early mid part of his career. For me, to cement his legacy, he needs to fight Benavidez, obviously. He needs the Bivol rematch, or dare I say, if Beterbiev beats Bivol, maybe fight Beterbiev. How about that? I know that won't happen. Canelo Beterbiev, yeah, we'll have some of that. Why not?
Beterbiev would eat Canelo. He would eat him if he beats Bivol.
100%.
He would fucking eat him.
Natural light heavyweight, light heavyweight, and it would just be too much, I think. But and then a complete legacy, money, worldwide superstar fight Crawford, and then walk away into the horizon into that. That's how we should finish his career. I don't know if anyone else you would chuck in there.
I think that's it. No, that's perfect. He should have them fights, but he's not going to have them fights. I guarantee we don't see any of them fights. Like, it's really like after watching this fight, it's really. I love Canelo. He was one of my favorite fighters, but he's leaving a sour taste in boxing fans' mouth, and I don't want to hear. I think it's quite sad that Canelo cherry picking people, and they're getting in the ring and thinking it's an achievement that they didn't get knocked out. This is what Belanga said. This is what Charlo said. Like, so you're picking people that are that below you in talent that they come in and thinking it's a win that they didn't get knocked out. So why are you fighting people that ain't coming to win? And if you don't want to fight people if you don't want to fight anyone that thinks that doesn't think they can beat you, don't fight. If you vacate the belts and fight who you want, stop holding up the division or retire. Don't just hold the belts and you're just and Floyd Mayweather started this shit. And now Canelo's carrying it on, where this cherry pick at the end of the career, fight who you want. And because people want to see you lose, they're still going to watch the fight because a lot of fans are pissed off of you and hope that you lose, even though you're not. And then you just milking the fans out, milking the boxing fans. You're not trying to be great. You're scared of losing and being in a hard fight. And when you get like that, you should retire. And you're ruining boxing.
You make some good points there, Chris, and it's right. And I'll kind of go through just some of my thoughts here. And by the way, pay-per-view. I mean, what an absolute joke for a start.
You want me to watch you?
That's a video in itself. That's a video on its own.
We're paying for Canelo to get someone in that's levels below him that he can easily, so he can look good against and just whoop a little kid that you know is not on your level for 12 hours and say, thank you, guys.
I can't wait to pay £30 to see Canelo get a unanimous decision against someone who doesn't even come to even try and knock him out or has a little bit of a go and he's like, actually, I don't know. But yeah, he's 34 now, Canelo, isn't he? So he's not like old. 62 fights now.
But he started fighting in the pros at 16. So
very young,
So he's fighting in the pros at 16. So he has been fighting a long time. Just finish because you know what I've heard. I hope it's not true that he might retire and have a charity match against an exhibition against Floyd Mayweather.
Oh, that nothing would surprise me anymore. And he's asking for 150 million for the Crawford fight, isn't he? But a few of my kind of thoughts. Just a kind of stream of my consciousness there, right? He hasn't knocked anyone out since 2021, which was I think that was Caleb Plant, actually, wasn't it? He stopped Caleb Plant by it's been pretty much it's been pretty much the same boring fights and dominant wins you would expect against Belanga, Munguia, Charlo, Ryder. Previous to all that, right? He dared to be great, right? The guy is a legend anyway, but he dared to be great with the Triple G trilogy. Obviously, that's a little bit controversial, I know. Stopped Kovalev in 2019. I think that was the WBO belt then when he went up to who's still a decent Kovalev. Then came up a little bit short against Bivol. That's what we want to see fighters do. There's no shame in that. Then he, I think what sums this up for me as well is that the press conference kind of sum in the MGM. It was a product of just old boxing. It was just before Turkey came along. It was like a typical kind of PBC who are fucking ruining American boxing. It was just kind of like everything looked spelled. There was no razzmatazz, right? Boxing is moving forward, right? Boxing's moving forward now in lots of different ways, isn't it? Bringing the promoters together. It's a whole other video with what Turkey's doing. Canelo doesn't seem to want to be a part of that. And it just the whole press conference and the whole thing. And look, Canelo's a superstar, and the whole thousands of people come out for his weigh-in and all the rest of it. I'm not disputing that, but the whole event and the whole build-up to it was just from like a bygone era of boxing that I thought we were getting past. And it's just I've just had enough of this now from Canelo. Like just be in a fight where there's an element of risk again. Or just like you said earlier, or just fucking retire and do exhibitions or whatever, because who wants to see this anymore? Does even the most ardent Canelo fan, I want them to sit in front of me and argue that they wanted to see Munguia and then Belang. Who wants to see that?
This is the thing, yeah. There's like, because there's people that are fans of boxing, and then there's people that are fans of a fighter. So like, they're like fanatical. Like, well, he's proved everything. So you let him fight who he wants now. But is he your best mate? Is he your best mate? Is he? I'm a boxing fan, and I want to see him fighting the best because that's what I watch boxing for. I don't watch boxing to say, I watched him from when he was young, and I'm so happy that he's fighting lesser opponents and getting paid for it. He's really, really enjoying his last few years, having easy fights and earning money. Good on him. It doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever.
We've seen it so many times, Chris, as well. A lot of fighters over the years, ones that we would love. I think even Roy Jones Jr. A lot of them have done it over the years, and I understand why they do it. But it's a bit like an analogy I would use.
We don't want to see it.
No, you don't. You don't have two teams get to the FA Cup final, right? So if it's Man City v Arsenal in the FA Cup final, right? Two of the best teams. Pains me to say this as a Spurs fan, but two of the best teams in our country right now. You don't have one get to the final and then go, no, actually, can I play Gillingham or Burnley because that's going to be easier? The best in sport, the best should fight the best. That's kind of where we're getting. Even Eddie Hearn looked at it, who represents Belanga. Even he looked a bit like, we've kind of moved past this, really, haven't we? This, do you know what I mean?
He threw a stinker, mate, stinker. And then people are complaining, about the latest Saudi card wasn't that great. Look at what we fucking get. That's what we used to get. So don't complain about the new card that's in Saudi when BBC are putting on that shit, and that's close to what everyone was putting on back in the day. So just remember
Saudi
that, people.
Card, the worst Saudi card is better than anything PBC put on. Although,
so this Saudi card everyone's complaining about, what the one with Eubank Jr. on and Fraser Clark and Fabio Wardley, that is a great card compared to that fucking shit that was on Saturday. But trust.
Yeah, the AJ card coming up. Yeah, mate. I don't know if is there. I think, and you join me in this. I think in the kind of in boxing at the moment with where it's going with Canelo, it's just got to a point now where it's like, how many times now are fans going to be conned into this? Because I want to know what the PPV numbers are after this. I'd be intrigued to know how many months.
I want to know how many.
Tell me here in the comments here, how many Canelo fanboys bought that and thinking it was going to be some amazing spectacle? Because
And
you'd be lying if you told me that. I'm sorry.
if he gets crap pay-per-view numbers, then he's going to have to come over to the Saudis because they pay flat fees. If you're not
Yeah,
pulling the pay-per-views in anymore, and he's getting old and he keeps pulling this shit, people don't want to watch him fight. But we're going to have
I
to wrap it
agree.
up. Yeah. Boxing Bros UK. Like and subscribe.